In Washington, the Senate overwhelmingly passing a new $40 billion Ukraine aid bill. Meanwhile, President Biden meeting with the leaders of Finland and Sweden at the White House about their NATO applications. We've got team coverage. NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Ali Raff is on the Hill, and NBC News White House correspondent Mike Memoli is in Seoul, South Korea, ahead of the president's arrival there. Ali, the Senate passed this Ukraine aid bill 86-11. Tell us what's in it and who voted against it.
Yeah, Allison. Well, roughly 3 weeks after President Biden initially requested this funding, the Senate passed today this 10th aid package for Ukraine, and at $40 billion. It's much more than President Biden's initial request. This $40 billion is divided into a couple sections. I'll tell you a little bit about where this money is going to go. There will be $19 billion in defense and intelligence support. $15 billion will go to the State Department for humanitarian and refugee aid, almost $4.5 billion to disaster aid, and $5 billion will go to the oversight of this money. As you mentioned, Allison, 11 senators opposed this bill, all of them Republicans. I believe we have a graphic here to show you exactly who those senators were, and all of them had differing reasons for why they were opposed to this bill. Some of them argued it's just too much money. Some of them said Europe should be responsible for footing a little bit more of this bill. Others said that there are other crises that Americans are dealing with, such as the crises at the U.S.-Mexico border, inflation, high gas prices, that the money in this package, some of it could go towards alleviating. One senator, specifically Senator Rand Paul, who opposed this bill, single-handedly held up the passage of this bill for a week after he requested the assignment of an inspector general to oversee where exactly this funding would go. At the end of the day, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer decided against that it should not be in the language of this legislation, and they'd move forward with this bill anyway. But despite all this, there was a success in the Senate today. This bill now heads to President Biden's desk for signature, something that he, I'm sure, has been eagerly awaiting doing for several weeks now, Allison.
All right, Mike. Pardon me. Let's talk about what's going on there. Secretary of State Antony Blinken announcing $100 million new military aid for Ukraine about an hour after that Senate vote we were just talking about. What is in that new package?
Yeah, and as Ali indicates, President Biden eager to sign that new aid package into law. He'll probably do so on his way here to South Korea. But interestingly, in the statement in which the president thanked congressional leadership for getting this through so quickly, he announced the latest, it's actually the 10th, what they call drawdown of defensive equipment for the Ukrainians. This is the 10th time that they are drawing down from the DoD stockpiles for this. And you see some of the equipment there. It's howitzers, tactical vehicles to get those howitzers to the Ukrainians quickly, and also counter-artillery radar. This is equipment that the administration says can really support the kind of efforts the Ukrainians have been waging valiantly in the face of Russia's aggression. Now, this brings to about $4 billion the total amount of security assistance the Biden administration has provided since Russia began its invasion. But as Ali also indicated, the balance in this new aid package is significantly more tilted towards the security assistance side. So there's a lot more on the way.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.